Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in to my latest video, which is going to be round of 16 Euro 2020 predictions. Yes, the group stage is finally over, and after the drama that we saw in Group F, we now have the 16 teams who are through to the next stage. So one of these 16 will go on to win Euro 2020, but who shall it be? But first of all, before I begin, please hit the like button, please hit the share button, and please hit that subscribe button as well. We are very, very close to 1.3k. Getting very, very close. So if we can get there before the end of the Euros, that would be absolutely fantastic. And thank you very much for the support for the last video as well. So let's have a look at how everyone did in match day number 3. I only got 6 points. No perfect scores. Pretty average week for me. Top scorer in the comments with 4 perfect scores was Reese Woods, and Reese Woods got a very, very impressive 16 points. So very, very well done to Reese Woods. So as we say, the round of 16 is upon us. So starting things off at 5 o'clock in Amsterdam, we have Wales versus Denmark. The head-to-head record between these sides is 4 wins to Wales and 6 wins to Denmark. But I think this is going to be a very, very tight one. Wales, congratulations to them getting through. Second place behind Italy. I think they would have took that, actually. I think many people, probably me included, I think people would have had them probably to finish third. Look, I think everyone expected, probably, Turkey to, get, second, but everyone has had egg on their face. But congratulations to Wales. What I will say, against Italy, I thought they defended really, really well. Managed to keep the score down to 1-0. Ampadu red card. Obviously, he will miss the next game, which is a bit of a blow to Wales. Actually, it is a bit of a blow. But I actually did like Rob Page's thinking of his team selection, getting the players who are on a yellow card, and keeping them free for the next round. I did like that. But obviously, with Ampadu's red card, that is a bit of a blow. It is a bit of a blow for sure. But 1-0 against Italy is no disgrace whatsoever. Is for sure. Denmark, I think the story of Euro 2020, I have to say. Denmark lost 1-0 to Finland. All what happened with Christian Eriksen. Glad he's doing well. I think he's actually out of hospital now. I think he's at home recovering, which is magnificent news. And then they lost 2-1 to Belgium. And then last, Monday? They actually went on and won 4-1 against Russia. Look, I thought that was absolutely amazing performance. Christensen goal, I think everyone's going to remember that one. It was a cracker. It was an absolute cracker. So Denmark, the story of Euro 2020, in my honest opinion. I think they have been fantastic. It was great to see them through. Because lots changed in that group. Finland were second, they finished third, Russia finished bottom. So yeah, it was Belgium and Denmark that went through in Group B. So how am I going to see this game going out? I think it'll be a tight game. I think it'll be a very tight game. There are no Wales fans in Amsterdam, which I think is an absolute disgrace. There's 20,000 Denmark fans going to Amsterdam as well. So I feel for the Wales fans. I really, really do. But with that being said, I think Denmark will just have enough to beat this Wales team. I think Wales have done fantastically. There's no denying that. But I just feel that it's going to be a little bit too much for Wales. I'm going Wales 0, Denmark 1. I think it'll be a very, very tight one. I'm going to go for Denmark to just scrape this. And I think Højbjerg in that Danish midfield might have the better of the Wales midfielders. But we will see. But I'm going Wales 0, Denmark 1. And now we move on to the 8 o'clock kickoff, and this is at Wembley Stadium. It is Italy against Austria. 16 wins to Italy, 11 wins to Austria, and there has been 8 draws in there. So that's the head-to-head record of those two. Italy Well, a very, very good group stage. 3 wins out of 3, looking really, really impressive on the way as well. 3-0 against Switzerland, 3-0 against Turkey, and then 1-0 against Wales. And you have to say they did rotate their side. But what I loved about the way the Italians played is that they look a very, very dangerous side going forward in this competition, and I think they will be. I think they're going to be the team. They're definitely the team to beat for sure. I think they were the most impressive team out of the group stages, in all honesty. Also, lovely wee touch for Roberto Mancini to sub Gianluigi Donnarumma off, and Salvatore Sirigu getting a taste of Euro 2020. I thought that was absolutely magnificent, especially with Roberto Mancini not having played at the Euros, and that was his biggest regret, was not playing any minute for his country at Euros. So very, very well done to Roberto Mancini. Austria, congratulations to them, second place behind Netherlands. I have to say, I think Austria have shocked a few people. I think they have. Obviously, they did win 1-0 against against Ukraine. And I think they played very, very well in that game. They did. They were unlucky not to get another couple of goals. But what I am glad to see is I'm glad to see Netherlands, Austria and Ukraine go through. I think if Ukraine hadn't gone through, I think it would be an absolute travesty, because they have been fantastic as well. But yeah, great to see Austria. Obviously, first time past the group stage as well. Only thing is they are playing the Italians at Wembley Stadium, and I'm going to have to say, look, well done Austria for getting this far. I'll say that now. I think they did very, very well to get this far. However, Italy are a different proposition, and the rested players will be coming back. Obviously, Lorenzo Insigne will be coming back. Spinazzola will be coming back as well. So I think Ciro Immobile will come back as well. So I'm going to say I think Italy will give Austria a bit of a doing at Wembley Stadium. I'm going Italy 4, Austria 0. I hope I'm wrong for every Austrian who's out there, but I just have a feeling that Austria will be on the end of a very severe beating. Italy 4, Austria 0. And now we move on to the Ferenc Puskas Arena on Sunday at 5 o'clock. It is Netherlands against the Czech Republic. 3 wins to Netherlands, 3 draws and 5 wins to the Czech Republic. That's the head-to-head of those two. Netherlands getting through 3 wins out of 3. Very, very well done to them. Denzel Dumfries being one of the stars of the show. Gini Wijnaldum as well, Memphis Depay. Daniel Malen played very, very well in the last game as well. So Netherlands getting through I would say it was a tricky group. Obviously, Ukraine did give them a good game. Austria lost 2-0 to them, and then North Macedonia lost 3-0. But, you know, North Macedonia did actually have a couple of goals against them as well. But very, very well done to the Netherlands, winning Group C by a bit of a margin. It was in the end as well. Czech Republic, well done to them, getting through in 3rd place, one of the best 3rd place teams as well. To be fair, they started really well with a 2-0 win over Scotland, and then a 1-1 draw with Croatia, and then they lost 1-0 to England. But very, very well done. And, Patrick Schick playing very, very well as well. Thomas Soucek in the middle of the park. Sofal as well. And, Vlachik, the goalkeeper as well. Czech Republic, could they go to the semi-finals again? Look, I think they could. I think they could easily do it. Czech Republic have got a very good record at Euros. And they've got a good record against the Netherlands. I just think, though, Netherlands, I think they will be determined to go further in this one. So I think with a lot of players being rested in the last game for the Netherlands, yes, it was mainly a very, very interesting game, that one for the North Macedonian. But I am going to say that Netherlands will go through by 3-1 against Czech Republic. I'm going to go for Netherlands 3, Czech Republic 1. And now we move on to Seville, where it is Belgium against Portugal. Kevin De Bruyne versus Cristiano Ronaldo. This is my tie of the round. Absolutely, it is definitely. Head-to-head record is quite interesting. 5 wins to Belgium. There have been 7 draws and 6 wins to Portugal. So not much between the two, you would have to say for sure. So, Belgium. What can we say? Very good to get the 3 wins out of 3. Kevin De Bruyne has been very, very good. Romelu Lukaku has been very, very good. The only thing I will say, though, I do think defensively Belgium have been a little bit sloppy, I would say, but I have been impressed with the way they have come back. There was actually a lot of good stuff about Belgium as well. But yeah, Thomas Vermaelen scoring. I mean, look, it's very good that Thomas Vermaelen is actually still playing. Let's put it that way. But yeah, to score at Euros is very, very good. But Belgium Portugal is going to be a cracking affair, because Portugal, wow. I mean, if you'd asked me to say that Portugal would be finishing second, third, and then fourth last night, that, you know, Portugal at one point were second, they were third, and then they were fourth at one point. Crazy night, absolutely crazy night. But 2-2 against France. That game did not disappoint. I did say in my last video that I did think that Portugal-France would be a very, very good game. Wouldn't be a damp squib like many people had suggested, and I was very, very impressed with them. I think France played really, really well. Good to see Benzema scoring as well. Ronaldo as well. 109 international goals now for Portugal. That is a record, and it will probably be broken as well. So my tip is Portugal to win the Euros. I think this will be a very, very tricky game for Portugal. I do think Belgium will score, but with Ronaldo, you just never know. He can just do something like that. So I think Portugal will go through at the expense of Belgium. Belgium 1, Portugal 2. I think Portugal will win this one, but it will not be an easy game. Let's put it that way. And now we move on to Copenhagen at 5 o'clock. It is Croatia against Spain. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Croatia 3 wins, Spain 4 wins, and 1 draw is the head-to-head between these two. Croatia, well, from what was a disappointing group stage, obviously losing to England, drawing with Czech Republic, and then beating Scotland, they managed to finish second, and they managed to get a game against Spain, which I think is going to be a very, very interesting game for sure. Look, Croatia were fantastic against Scotland. There's no denying that. As a Scotsman, pains me to say it, but we lost to the better team. They were fantastic last against Scotland, and Luka Modric is still doing it in the middle of the park. He's just a fantastic player to watch. A fantastic goal from Modric. Yes, Scotland may have given Modric a little bit of space, but what you can say, it was a fantastic strike from Modric outside the boot. David Marshall, no chance. Perisic scoring as well. So Croatia, from obviously being World Cup finalists in 2018, they are now in the group stage. Could they go further? Look, I think it's going to be very tricky, because they are coming up against the Spain side who, let's be honest, were very, very average until the last game, where, let's be honest, they had a helping hand. They had a helping hand in, well, one of the goals at least. I mean, Alvaro Morata missing a penalty. Nothing new there. But what on earth was Martin Dubravka thinking? I mean, yes, the ball's deflected up, it's hit the bar, but what you don't do as a goalkeeper, you try and palm it away. You go for punch. That's what I've been told as a, I used to be a goalkeeper when I was in my school days, and I was always told if the ball comes off the bar, you just punch it. What does he do? Pams it into the net. It was a shocking own goal, reminiscent of Peter Crouch against Wigan Athletic many years ago, as well. But look, I think Spain were fantastic, and how far can they go? I think it all depends on what Luis Enrique does with his team. I really do. But that being said, I think Spain will just scrape through this one. I think Croatia will give them a very good game. I expect them to get a goal, but I'm going to go for Spain to win by 2-1 against Croatia. I'm going to go for Spain 2, Croatia 1. And then we move on to Bucharest, and it is France against Switzerland. 16 wins to France, 12 wins to Switzerland, and 10 draws in there for good measure. France, well, 2-2 against Portugal. Bit underwhelming, I thought. Look, they beat Germany. They beat Germany, didn't play very well. Drew with Hungary, didn't play very well there. But the Portugal game, they played really well. They played very well. Pogba, middle of the park, looking really good as well. France are many people's tip to win this thing. Could be interesting. Could be very interesting. They are coming up against a Switzerland side who finished third in Group A, one of the best third placed teams as well. So we're very well done to Switzerland. And it has to be said, it was the Xherdan Shaqiri show against Turkey. 2 fabulous goals, one curled into the top corner, and then coming on to his left foot, cracking finish, half volley into the roof of the net. Great play from Shaqiri. And you know what? Switzerland will definitely give France a good game. With Shaqiri on good form, you just never know. You just never know with Switzerland as well. But I am going to say that France will win this one. I think they'll win it pretty comfortably. I'm going France 3, Switzerland 0. And now, the big game. One of the rivalries that everyone remembers. It's no game gets bigger than this. Wembley Stadium, 5 o'clock Tuesday. England against Germany. Ooh, England, Germany. I'm guessing loads of people will be trying to book time off work for that game. Head-to-head records since with this. England 13, Germany 15, and 4 draws in there for good measure. Now, what I will say about England. Croatia defended very well, played them off the park really. It was a very good performance. Limited Croatia to a few shots. Scotland almost got a result against them. They were lucky in that game. And then against Czech Republic, it wasn't great, but they managed to get the win. Jack Grealish getting an assist. Jack Grealish is a very good player. There's no denying that. But when it comes to this game, it is a big game. England, Germany. Be interesting to see what kind of team Southgate goes for this game as well. Germany, wow. From being minutes from going out of the competition to now being second, and they will play England. Yeah, look, I think Germany, they played really well against Portugal. That was fantastic. But last night against Hungary, they were very poor. Managed to get a couple of goals as well. Kai Havertz got one as well, and Goretzka got the very important equaliser as well. But this is England, Germany. You just never know with this kind of game. That is for sure. So how do I see this going? I'm going to say it's going to be a draw. I'm going to say it's a draw. England 1, Germany 1. Now, obviously, I'm just counting 90-minute predictions, so nothing about that. But what I will say, I think it will go to extra time. I think it might go to penalties. And then I'm going to go for a repeat. I'm going to say Germany on penalties against England. I think Germany will go through on penalties. And the final game is at Hampden Park. It is Sweden against Ukraine. 1 win to Sweden and 3 wins to Ukraine as a head-to-head. Sweden, surprisingly, top in the group. Great 2 wins over Slovakia and Poland. And a draw against Spain got them 7 points. So very, very well done to Sweden. And their success is a tie against Ukraine, which is a very interesting game, I would say. Look, I think Ukraine have been very, very good. It's nice to see them get through as one of the the best third place teams. At the expense of obviously Finland and Slovakia, who had a -4 goal difference, of course, but. Ukraine, it's good to see them through. It is good to see them through. There has not been many meetings between Sweden and Ukraine, as I've said. But Sweden will definitely need to defend a lot better, for sure. But it was nice to see some attacking play from Sweden this time around. So, it's a really hard one to call. I don't think there's going to be many goals. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. So I'm going to go for another 1-1 draw. Another one that goes to extra time. I'm going to say that Ukraine will win either in extra time or penalties. I'm going to say that as well. So that is it. That is my round of 16 predictions done and dusted. As I've said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And like Reese Woods, you will get a shout out in the next video. So I would go for my predictions very, very quickly. So we have Wales 0, Denmark 1. Italy 4, Austria 0. Netherlands 3, Czech Republic 1. Belgium 1, Portugal 2. Croatia 1, Spain 2. France 3, Switzerland 0. England 1, Germany 1. And Sweden 1, Ukraine 1. So that is it. That is my predictions done and dusted. As I've said, the predictions in the comment section down below. And we will see what happens in these round of 16 games. Obviously, Belgium, Portugal is my one to watch out for. That should be very, very interesting. Until then, it's goodbye for me. If you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. And we will see what happens in these round of 16 games. Enjoy them. They start from Saturday all the way to Tuesday. And I'll be back Wednesday with the quarter-final predictions. And I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye for now.